All right, thanks for staying with us. You're watching What Now? Let's turn attention to global security cooperation. French President Emmanuel Macron has called for a strong Europe, while German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has acknowledged a rift between Europe and the U.S. This was made known on the first day of the 62nd Munich Security Conference, which took place in Munich, Germany. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, while delivering his speech at the conference, has said the United States and Europe belong together, but made it clear that Washington is on a new trajectory with President Trump. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, while speaking at the Munich Security Conference, said that Europe must be ready to fight to protect its people, values and way of life. Keir Starmer also called for deeper links and cooperation, including economic ties between the UK and EU, adding that the UK would deploy its carrier strike group to the Arctic and High North as part of efforts to bolster security against Russian threats. All right, let's bring in a global affairs analyst, Kachi Ononuju, as he joins me for more on this. Good to have you join us, Mr. Ononuju. Now, as you followed conversations at the annual Munich Security Conference, do you think that it sort of laid bare just the different visions, of the West and the big competition going on among global powers?
One thing I would say that one thing we're seeing here is an attempt to restart what we had before the American unilateral action to disengage from the international talk with Iran. We have tried the other brouhaha, and we have now seen those unilateral behaviors as was started by Mr. Trump in the first Trump term, actually allowed the Iranians to go far uninspected in the nuclear program. So if they are coming back now, and Europe is also coming to sit to boost the United States, it's a good thing. And that's why I think it's good that the U.S. is not just rushing to want to bomb. No, yes, there are.
Mr. Ononuju, I wasn't just a minute. My question was focused on the Munich Security Conference and the diverse conversations on global security that we heard. And I was asking you if you think that it's sort of laid bare the competing visions, for the West and the big power competition.
I don't see competing visions. I see consolidation of position. For there to be competing vision, Europe and the US have to be in different places. That's not what I see. They have their own internal arguments about Greenland. So they are coming in. They said, support the US, and the West could speak with one voice. Because right now, that mistake, as I was trying to explain earlier, which they made, allowed Iran to go too far with no inspections. The whole talk is about bringing pressure. As I speak to you, there are over 150 vessels scattered all over the place. And what you do with that, I don't know, with aircraft carriers and all. So we need peace. Let's not go this Israel path. It has not worked. Knocking at everybody. You're not going to bring Iran just to come sit down. So let there be this collective conference. It is more for the West coming together. The economic ties and cooperation makes a lot of sense. And I think those things we should talk about how to work with everyone. Our most important things are security, and that's where Europe has been divided from the United States because of Mr. Trump's unilateral actions. And so if
Mr. Ononuju,
the world are coming back together...
Allow me quickly, Botin. I wanted to just ask you, because we have like a minute left. The United States sort of signaled to going it alone at that conference. And then I just want to take the comment from Europe, as presented by President of France. He said that Europe is rethinking its nuclear doctrine. And that's for the first time since the end of the Cold War. What will the idea of a nuclear rearmament mean, by Europe for the world?
Well, now there's a lot of money for nuclear acquisitions around the world. A lot of countries can do it with fanfare. So whatever Europe says is just talk until we see actions. There are a lot of people with lots and lots and loads on nuclear capabilities that they can even start passing to some other allies. I think that's what we're going to see going forward. Instead of waiting for the long term, you deliver nuclear weapons capability to a country that you desire to align with. That's where we're going to. So if the Europeans are hinting of their preparedness to do something about it, the rest of the world are equally very not going to stand on the side on this issue. What we should be doing as I'm talking is to find a way to bring down the insecurity and fears and distrust. If not, escalation will not pay anybody any good.
Thank you so much for your thought on that. A pleasure to have you on as always. Global Affairs Analyst Kash Onoduju.
Thank you for having me.